So we're going to work on a cervical spine dissociation exercise that's based in ConnectTherapy principles. We're going to have Aaron go into quadruped position, so hands and knees when we start this. We're going to get him into a natural spine position, so we want to feel like he's relaxed, has his natural lordosis, he's sitting into his shoulders. Now from here, we've already done some work on his upper cervical spine, and now we're just going to teach him how to control a lot of that movement. So from this position, the first thing we're going to work on is we really want him to feel that he's long through his neck. So in this position, he almost looks just very slightly extended. That's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but I would love to see him here with just a very light lengthening this direction. And he's going to visualize that he kind of keeps that space without having to really tuck his chin a lot. So we're not doing this movement. It's very much a light feeling like he's back and towards the ceiling without having to move from here. So from here, we're now going to cue him to breathe and exhale. And once he's exhaled and we feel like he's in a pretty relaxed position, we're now going to have him rotate his head about 45 degrees, trying to stay within that plane, going side to side. And what we don't want to see is extension this way where he wants to side bend or he wants to extend up associated with his rotation. We're looking at really controlling his upper cervical rotation in isolation. So he should feel like he stays nice and level on that plane. That looks good. We don't see any change here. He's able to control that and breathe through that. And then from here, we're now going to work on getting a little bit of length by rocking back towards his heels, and his visual is really maintaining space right under my fingers and feeling that that space and length is actually like stretching as his tailbone comes that way and this almost stays forward. That allows him to create that space. So his visual is that this spot is staying open and almost floating. It just kind of like floats very lightly back with him, and then it comes forward. At no point does it want to compress this way or side bend or extend. We're keeping this relationship the same through that whole movement. That looks good. There's one last progression we could do from here. Very lightly, we're going to keep that cue, and we're going to have him just weight shift his whole torso, hips, and thorax towards his hands. So we're weight shifting to his right leg and his right arm, left leg and left arm. Again, this relationship stays the same. Great, looks good.